What's up, family? Trier here, and we have some new information regarding the spending bill that Congress is currently working on. According to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, this bill could be worth around $1.7 trillion. We also have information on some new $2,000 stimulus checks that are on the table as well. This is being proposed by one governor, and he wants to send these out as soon as possible. And last but not least, we do have some information in regards to the famous TikTok app, in which a lot of people are stepping forward and calling for this app to be banned. But yes, I've got the details to share with you today in this video. But before we get started, hey, you already know what to do. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Starting off, the White House, the new COVID doctor, is saying that, look, it is safe to gather during the Christmas holidays, but there is a but, guys. Yes, it says that during the holidays, people are gathering as they should, according to the White House coronavirus response coordinator, in which he said that Americans should gather to celebrate the holidays despite the rise in the respiratory illness and the low rates of uptick for the latest COVID-19 vaccine. White House correspondence response coordinator said this on Sunday. He said, look, we're at the point where it's safe to gather, but you should still have things to do, insisting, as officials in the Biden administration have before, that the proper tools exist to manage the virus, which of course they are talking about getting the COVID-19 vaccination. But he also said that, look, if you don't do these things, obviously things can get much worse. Yes, guys, putting the fear out there in regards to if you're not willing to get the COVID-19 vaccination. He said that these particular measures include testing, treatment, and taking the updated booster shot. People who haven't gotten a COVID-19 shot in the last 6 months should get the newest booster that they have available right now. So again, guys, this is just the information that is coming from the COVID-19 doctor for the White House, in which they're encouraging you to make sure that you get vaccinated. And if you already have been vaccinated, make sure that you have the latest booster shot. And also, guys, it says right here that updated COVID booster shots continue to reduce the risk of hospitalizations, according to some new CDC reports. Now, the new bivalent COVID booster shots are more effective at reducing risk of hospitalization than boosters of the original vaccination, according to the CDC. And of course, that the CDC is now recommending that boosters in September to better protect against the Omicron variant. The new booster targets a component of the Omicron variant and the component of the original virus strain to offer both broad and Omicron specific protection. Again, according to two small studies from the Columbia University and Harvard University back in October, suggested that the new shots did not produce better antibody responses against the Omicron BA.5 variant than boosters of the original vaccination. But the CDC came out with two more studies this past Friday detailing the bivalent vaccine's effectiveness against COVID-related emergency department visits and hospitalizations, and the effectiveness against hospitalizations specifically among our older individuals. So again, guys, like I said, they're encouraging you to make sure that you have the latest COVID booster shots because they give you more of a protection, better than what we have seen in the past from the original COVID booster shots. And then again, guys, they're saying especially if you are considered in the older community. So again, guys, you definitely want to be safe out there. You might want to go ahead and start wearing your mask as well. But also, guys, in addition to that, the White House has now come back out and said that they are now providing free COVID test once again. We know that we saw this previously in the early parts of the pandemic, in which they ended up getting away from it, but now that looks like we're going back to it once again as these COVID cases continue to rise in the United States, as well as the fear of China opening up their country, in which they are expected to have around 1 million deaths if the COVID-19 continues to spread in China, which could very well come on over to the United States. So the White House is now promoting you can get those free COVID tests once again. But anyways, guys, moving on, we do have some information in regards to a crazy flight that was going from Phoenix, Arizona to Honolulu, Hawaii, in which they had some crazy turbulence in which it caused at least 36 people to be injured from this particular plane ride. Yes, it says right here that at least 36 people were injured and some seriously injured after a severe severe turbulence on a Hawaiian Airlines flight headed to Hawaii. And yes, guys, people were injured, and with 20 people taken to emergency rooms after their plane landed after the severe turbulence on a flight from Phoenix to Honolulu on Sunday. 11 patients were in serious condition, according to the Honolulu Emergency Medical Services. And yes, guys, among those transported to the hospital was a 14-month-old child. So anyways, guys, this is pretty remarkable because typically you don't have this type of severe turbulence on an airplane, but it can actually happen. But anyways, guys, we will definitely continue to keep them in our prayers in the meantime, and hopefully that all of these individuals make a full recovery, and hopefully they can enjoy their time and their vacation in Hawaii. We'll keep them in our prayers. Moving on, guys, we do have some information in regards to Congress, in which they previously passed a short-term spending bill, which is going to keep the government open for at least 7 days. Yes, you heard me right. 7 days, guys. They've passed a short-term bill that was only going to last for 1 week, which means that they are going to have to enter into the same thing once again coming this week. But anyways, guys, they did dodge the partial government shutdown, and now they can stay open for an additional 7 days or so. But they are continuing to trying to figure out a long-term bill. And yes, that is exactly what Congress is working on right now. But also, Congress is also working on a new spending bill, which could be very, very massive. We actually just received some details in regards to this spending bill, in which it could hit around $1.7 trillion, in which House Speaker came out over the weekend and said one particular thing that she wants to include in this particular $1.7 trillion spending bill, in which Nancy Pelosi is pushing to include a TikTok ban in the spending bill. And yes, guys, if you don't recall, we just heard a couple of days ago last week in which the Senate actually approved a measure to ban TikTok from all government devices. That means cell phones as well as devices such as iPads and things of that. Yes, the Senate just approved to ban the TikTok app because they are in fear of this particular app, because it is owned by a Chinese company. They are in fear that it could be tracking information that is going on in the United States. That is exactly the concerns that they have over the app, because you all know what goes on in China, guys. And yes, they are just a little bit leery in regards to this particular app, even though a lot of people just use it to watch entertainment purposes. But anyways, guys, the Senate just approved of banning this from all government devices. And now it looks like Nancy Pelosi wants to include this in the latest spending bill as well, to ban it altogether. So again, guys, it says right here that the House Speaker supports the inclusion of the language banning TikTok on government devices in the omnibus spending bill, and she hopes to pass it by the end of this week. Now, Pelosi also told reporters on Capitol Hill that she would support adding the ban to the $1.7 trillion spending bill that funds the government until the end of September of next year. Now, earlier this week, legislation banned the video sharing app on government devices passed in the Senate unanimously. The ban was introduced by Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri alongside Republican Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio of Florida, as well as Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Now, the issue is moving in Congress after major security concerns were raised by both Democratic and Republican lawmakers and the Biden administration officials. According to the FBI director, he has warned this month that Chinese officials have broad access to TikTok, which allows them to manipulate content and, if they want to use it for influence operations. So again, guys, those are just a little bit of the security concerns in regards to the TikTok app, which is why Democrats and Republicans, on a bipartisan effort, they want to ban this app altogether, especially on government devices. But anyways, guys, we also are seeing that other states are also joining in the fight in regards to banning TikTok from their devices as well. Yes, as you can see right here, Virginia is one of the latest states is joining the effort of banning TikTok on all government government devices. We see right here that TikTok is being targeted by governors and U.S. lawmakers who say that the Chinese-owned company is a cybersecurity risk. Here on Friday, Virginia's Glenn Youngkin became the latest governor to ban the popular app on state-issued devices. TikTok as well as WeChat data are a channel to the Chinese Communist Party, and their continued presence represents a threat to national security as well as the intelligence community and the personal privacy of every single American in this country, according to Youngkin, which is a Republican, which he said in a statement this past Friday. So again, guys, yes, TikTok is receiving a lot of heat right now, and I know a lot of individuals won't necessarily like this because they pretty much spend hours and hours on the TikTok app because they are just loving the information and the entertainment that is being provided on this particular app. However, it does raise these concerns in regards to security in this country because, guys, you already know China and the dealings that we are dealing with in this country in regards to China. Yes, that is a huge red flag right now, which begs the question, which goes back to the former President Donald Trump, in which he was highly in favor of banning TikTok altogether in the United States. So again, guys, will it lead to that? We don't know as of yet, but it looks like they are headed in that exact direction in what former President Donald Trump was actually trying to do while he was in office. But again, guys, let me know what you think about this. Are you going to be upset if TikTok gets totally banned, or if you don't even care because you don't really use the app whatsoever? But anyways, guys, hey, let me know down below in the comment section how you feel about this TikTok ban coming forth. But anyways, guys, moving on, we also have information in regards to the state of Pennsylvania, in which their governor, Tom Wolf, is now talking about an effort that he wants to push out right now, which is going to send $2,000 stimulus checks. Yes, it says that right now, Tom Wolf is wrapping up his tenure as Pennsylvania's governor after 2 terms and 8 years marked by COVID shutdowns, election security questions, as well as a budget surplus amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Was the question of whether or not Pennsylvania would be able to send $2,000 stimulus checks directly to Pennsylvania residents. It came amid the federal government's popular stimulus check program that many said helped keep them in their homes as well as put food on their tables when the economy was shut down and workers were laid off. Now, despite of multiple efforts and public campaigning, Pennsylvania never got the state-funded $2,000 stimulus checks that Wolf pushed as part of the $1.7 billion opportunity plan in Pennsylvania. However, he is back at it again and trying to get this thing done before he leaves office. It says right here that in a wide-ranging interview with ABC's 27 Dennis Owens, Wolf recounted the effort to send stimulus checks to residents amid a budget surplus and an influx of federal money. Now, the money would have come from federal funds. It was free money just sent out, and Republicans did not want to do that. But then after the budget passed and we had all of this money sitting in our pockets, I said, here's another opportunity. Instead of using federal money, let's use state money, he said. We had plenty of it, and it's not like we had to raise anybody's taxes. So again, guys, in Wolf's plan, Pennsylvania households with an income of $80,000 or less would have received the $2,000 direct payments from the governor as well as from Pennsylvania. Again, guys, like I said, Governor Tom Wolf is still trying to get this thing done before he leaves office, and hopefully he can become successful in doing so. But anyways, guys, yes, if possible, guys, if they are able to pass this, residents could be on the verge of receiving $2,000 stimulus checks very soon. Now, it will probably happen in early part of 2023. But again, guys, regardless of when it happens, it could be a huge boost to the economy as well as those individuals that live in Pennsylvania, especially as we are entering into this recession, as well as they're expecting that Q1 of next year, guys, is going to be very hectic for a lot of Americans, especially those individuals that are struggling right now. So again, receiving $2,000 stimulus checks is a definitely way to help those Americans in the state of Pennsylvania. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the links down below because it is a great way for you guys to be able to support this channel, as well as some opportunities for you to sign up for Amazon Prime membership for free for 30 days. That way you can enjoy free movies, free TV shows, as well as music streaming, as well as free shipping totally free. Or you can also sign up for a Webull account if you are a first-time customer, where they're going to be giving you between 12 and 15 stocks that could be worth up to $3,000. And all you have to do is sign up and deposit $1. But anyways, guys, those are just a few. But if you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, guys, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.